Guys, in this video, I just want to touch on what some of the muscle anatomy is so that when you are using your stones in certain ways along the body, you're identifying and giving yourself that visual connection of what muscle you're treating. So, for example, in this picture here of the back, you can see the trapezius muscle, okay, and it comes all the way down in next to the spine here, all right, and it's this big muscle here. That trapezius muscle, it can be treated beautifully with a stone using edging as the technique to just gently scrape the muscle fiber into submission and get tension to release and let go. People in this area carry tension, often get very bad migraine headaches. So it's another good muscle to know where to be treating, okay? And it's on both sides, okay? The body is mirrored. Then you've got the lumbar fascia, okay? Now this lumbar fascia area is often where people are a bit tender in their back. So it's where you want to be checking pressure, okay? And not creating too much healing pressure. The healing pressure could be light here, and firmer across the buttock region there. But generally in this lower back part, people tend to be a little bit more sensitive. Then you've also got the deltoid, which you would use in running the stones along the arms. So coming over the deltoid, and then you've got your lat or your lat muscle, latissimus dorsi, but referred to as lat muscle on both sides here. These are big muscles that you can be doing long effleurage sweeping with. You can be doing small circles, one hand over the other, with the stones in your hands on either side of the bodies as part of your technique there. So what you're recognizing then is the lats help us twist. The delts are part of the shoulders. The rhomboid is this big muscle in here underneath trapezius. Okay, so it's a deeper tissue layered muscle there, the rhomboid, and it's all about our shoulders, which helps our posture. And so when we can really relax those muscles and use the stones to work at that deeper level. And if you're doing any tapping along these muscles, you're understanding and getting some, insight or awareness about where you're tapping and why you're tapping potentially. All right, and then let's have a look at the hamstring. So when you're doing long effleurage movements along the hamstring, excuse me, it's really good to, have very clear boundaries and understanding of what muscles that you're affecting here. But also when I say clear boundaries, where your hand is going to be massaging a person is just along the inside line of this muscle, okay? And then up over the top of the buttock and around and back down. Okay, there's three aspects to the hamstring here. You've got the adductor, which can go quite close to the genitals. We don't want to be touching in that close. However, we do want the stone to connect with the edge of that muscle just so that the heat sends a signal to the entire muscle without us having to manipulate that too close to the genitals. And then coming up over the buttock and around to the side here to the vastus lateralis. And then you've got what is like the bicep of the leg. That's the sexy bit when you look in the mirror, side on. You see your hamstrings are looking pretty good. And then you've got this third part here. So I kind of view it as like three sections. You've got one here, one in the center, and then another one on the outside. And that's really the dominant area. And then you've got your tendons running in the back of the knees here. So that's where you'll see some kneading in the techniques around those areas as well, getting the heat into those areas. So again, it's a good thing for you to do a little bit of research to understand what these muscles are and create that visual connection for yourself as you're massaging them with effleurage and petrissage, and understand which muscle am I needing right now and how is it responding. Same with the arms, you've got the deltoid, your pectoral muscle. You're going to see a beautiful arm technique that I'll show you. the biceps, the triceps there as well behind, even though it's not labeled. And then, you know, you've got your flexor carpi and your extensor carpi. And these are beautiful ways to release the forearm using the line of these muscles and just using some edging with your stones and rolling. Pressure and release is really nice as well, up and down as the wrists move backwards and forwards. So there's some beautiful things that you can do there using your hot stones, but just be aware of what, you know, these muscles are and where they belong on the body. So as you know, what tissues you're affecting to bring into that place of relaxation and release from stress and tension. All right. So I hope that was helpful, guys. There's in the bottom of this lesson, I've attached for you these charts. You can print them out if you like. They're not very large pictures, but if it just helps you to have a visual, to give you a bit of a reminder as you're learning your way around the body. This is, as I said, a basic massage course. Now we can show you the sequence, but it's important too for you to have an understanding of the anatomy of what the muscles are that you're treating and what the tissues are that you're treating. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you in the next video.